Well, good morning and welcome back to CityLine. It is great to be in your home. This morning is August 1st, and of course we are live every Thursday morning, and I am especially happy to be back in the seat. I want to take a moment to say thank you to Phaedra Redifer for filling in while I was on vacation. She is amazing, and we here at CityLine are so grateful that she shares her talent with us. In this next hour, we will be talking with Tacoma Public Library. They are here to talk about how the summer reading program is going, and also a block party that they have coming up, so you don't want to miss that. League of Women Voters of Tacoma Pierce County. Liz is here. As you know, we have a primary coming up on August 6th, so we're going to talk about everything you need to know about that, how to get registered, and the big 100th anniversary of the League of Women Voters. Tacoma Urban League is here, and Twina is here to talk about the MIP Mentor Program, and John is here as well, so you don't want to miss that. And then with me right now, as you saw on the wide shot, are three individuals that are just as lovely as they can be, and I'm talking about my three guests from the Humane Society. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Stuart Earley. Welcome back.
Thank you for having us again, Amanda. Always great to be here.
It's great to have you here. You are still the Chief Executive Officer of the Tacoma Humane Society in Pierce County. It is wonderful. We were talking about your family who is still in the UK. They're slowly making their way over here. And I have to say, you are such an animal lover. Tell our audience how many horses you have.
Oh gosh, we have 14 horses at the moment. 14,
and eventually they'll migrate over here.
Yes, we have 4 of them little Shetlands, and the rest of them are full size. So it's, bringing them all over is going to be a bit of a Herculean task.
It is.
And we have 3 dogs and a cat as well to bring over.
Well, I couldn't think of a better person that would be up for it than you.
Oh, thank you.
You brought with you Ashley Taulbee. You are the Director of Development for the Humane Society of Tacoma and Pierce County. Welcome back, my dear.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's so great to have you. And without much further ado, who is this little furry friend that you brought with you today?
This is Belle. Belle is a pretty special lady. She's 6, and she's a total love bug and a couch potato. And she loves TV, so this is her favorite thing.
Oh, look, she sees herself on TV. So let's talk about, so first off, Belle charmed everybody in the green room. And oh, look at her just looking. I just love this. She is so full of love. I was saying earlier that she checks every box for the dog that you want to adopt from the Humane Society. Mm-hmm. So tell us about how old she is, what is her breed, and what's her history?
Yeah, so she's 6, and she's a Pit Bull Terrier mix, sometimes known as a pitty, or what I like to call them are velvet hippos.
Velvet hippos,
velvet hippos, and walk around. And yeah, she's a very mellow dog. She's, very interested in TV for sure. Yeah, she likes lots of walks, lots of cuddles. She loves rolling on her belly, rolling on her back so that you can pet her belly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she gave us all kinds of beautiful kisses in the green room. She's rolled over. She is so affectionate. So how did Belle come to the Humane Society?
So Belle was brought into the shelter when her owners could no longer care for her. And that's when we found out that she had been kicked in the jaw as a puppy. And this has created her jaw to be crooked. So her jaw's a little misaligned, which is why you sometimes see that really cute tongue sticking out of the side of her face, and making her so photogenic. Her jaw's completely healed now, so she's fine, but she does prefer soft food.
I can see that. Oh, yeah. And she is just, oh, are you saying hello to yourself on TV? You are so smart.
I think she doesn't recognize herself. That's another thing, is she prefers to be an only dog in a house.
So let's...
Yeah, she's looking for perfect fit, being someone that, as a... in a house, not an apartment, and without other dogs.
Okay, so that's her perfect forever home.
That would be her perfect ideal home.
So I am putting it out there. Belle is such a beautiful addition as your first dog for those kids that are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the parents say, I don't want a puppy. I don't have time for a puppy. Look at her. She is just so full of love.
She's perfect.
All she wants to do is just kiss and have her tummy scratched.
Yeah, she does.
So a perfect home is The only dog. What about a cat?
Cats, we've tested her with what we call dog savvy cats. So yeah, cats that have been familiar with dogs in other homes and cats that don't typically dart.
Okay.
So we think that if there's somebody interested in her who had a cat, we would just suggest that they set up a safe place for their cat to escape while they tested out how good they work together.
I love that. She is so precious. So how long has she been at the Humane Society?
That's the thing. She's kind of a long timer for us. She's been with us since April. So we think that that's just too long.
Too long, Miss Belle.
Yeah.
Yes,
so it's
I
her
love that.
time to shine.
It is her time to shine. So Stuart, last time you were here, you brought CJ with you that had been with you for a long time. So first off, give us a CJ update, and then do you have lots of animals that stay with you on a long-term basis?
Yeah, I think CJ's gone on to a happy forever home, so that's a great end of that story. But we do have a lot of animals who come in. We did a recent mail out across Pierce County about a dog called Reba. And Reba had been with us for 258 days.
Oh my.
So long amount of time. And the thing is, we don't give up on any animal. If an animal sort of needs medical support, like Belle with her jaw, we will do what we can, and we'll work with the animals either on the medical side or on the behavior side to make sure we can try and get them in a good place, and so they can go on to find new forever homes.
Which is so fabulous, because Ashley, when we were talking in the green room, we used a word that is not used anymore, but I think sometimes the mindset is still there. And Stuart, that's the word pound.
Yeah.
And the Humane Society is not a pound.
No, we do not euthanize animals just for room. We have a brilliant, over 90% of all the animals that come through our doors go on to happy ending.
I love that.
We either find new forever homes for them, or they go back to their owners who are desperate to find their strays. Here's one of our adoptions on screen. We do our best to try and find a great outcome. And the thing is, we achieve a 93% live release rate.
That's amazing.
The other thing that's amazing about it is because we're an open shelter.
What does that mean?
Well, we're an open shelter. That means that any animal that comes to our doors, we will not turn away because of its medical history, because it's its breed, because it's got behavioural issues. We will take animals in. Sometimes if we're really full, and like for example, at the moment we have 400 cats in our care. If we're really full, we have to say to owners, can you hold on to the animal for a couple of weeks until we've got room for it? But we don't turn animals away, and that, not every shelter does that. We're one of the few that actually does take in every animal.
This is new information to me, because I thought, just like I think many people do, that shelters oftentimes would say, no, this animal is sick, we can't take it, we don't have the facilities or the personnel to take care of it, but the Humane Society says, bring them.
Yeah. I think sometimes people come to us and they say, you're our last hope, because they can't find anywhere else. So we take the view, it's the sick animals, the animals who've got behavioural problems, they're the ones that really need our help.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are desperate for support. So we take the view, we're going to try and help as many animals as we possibly can. And we don't give up on them.
So this may seem like a very obvious question, but sometimes the most obvious questions are the ones that need to be asked out loud. What can our viewers do to help with these adoptions, with these cats, with beautiful Belle here?
Okay, do you want to?
Yeah, I think that, one of the things that we hear from people all the time is, I wish I could adopt them all. But the truth is, there really is a way that you can help all of them. And that's why we started the Friends program, which is a monthly reoccurring donation program. And that's really helpful because it provides sustained funding for all the pets. And if you think about it, you think about your own pets and the vet bills associated with your own pets. And then you think about us being the largest animal welfare organization in Washington State. We're helping more than 10,000 pets a year. Now think about your vet bills for your owned
Oh
pets
my gosh.
and what that's like if you were to times that by 10,000. So it takes a lot to take care of these pets, and that's why we need everyone's support. I like to think of the shelter and all the pets at the shelter as Tacoma and Pierce County's pets. They're all of our pets.
Yes.
You know, we're not receiving government funding. So this is, you know, really, truly the community's pets. So I like to think of it that way, and that really helps. So, you know, financial support is very helpful to us, you know, getting online, making that commitment, don't wait. But also adopting, that's I think one of the biggest things that obviously that's what we're there for is, you know,
Yes.
if you can find room in your home for one of these pets, you're making room for another pet who then needs that space.
Now, you had said to me when we first started, and I want to bring this in, when Belle was looking at the camera, that her foster home reports that she likes television. Let's talk about the foster option here and how important that is.
Yeah, fostering is huge for us because then again creates more space in the shelter for pets, and it's also a nice break for the shelter animals. So somebody like Belle, who's been with us for 4 months, you know, the shelter environment can be quite stressful. There's a lot of noise, a lot of stuff going on, and so to give them a break, we have a foster program as a part of our volunteer program, and so that allows pets like Belle to be in a home and get that experience and work on some of the different, you know, training and things that being in a home environment can provide for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about in these last few minutes when you become a friend of the Humane Society, and Stuart and Ashley both answer this if you'd like to, what that money goes toward. Because I'd like to break down some of the operating costs in terms of food, medical, those types of things. What does it look like?
I think if you put it in perspective, we spend over $1 million a year on veterinary care.
Wow.
So it's, you know, you get a lot of sick and injured animals coming in. You have to sort of look after them from the day they come in when you do vaccinations. So that's a huge cost right out the gate. And then, of course, you've got to look after those animals, care for them, feed them for...
and volunteer, yes.
No, yes, this is when I was I was slave for the day, sort of under orders of our kennel aides to demonstrate, so I could see exactly what they were having to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
You're scooping the poop, as we say.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Yeah.
I love that. So yeah, so the cost of running the Humane Society to keep these pets ready for their forever home is quite extensive. I mean, and also in terms of, you also, when someone's adopted, or if there is somebody that has a pet that can't afford to feed them, you have the pet pantry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that was new to my way of thinking of, wait a minute, if there's somebody who is housing insecure, that is having a hard time feeding their family and can't even think about, oh my gosh, what do I do for my dog? The Humane Society steps in.
Right, yeah. We have a lot of good community programs. The Pet Food Pantry is just one of them. We also have a pet health care fund and a Pets for Life program. So I think, you know, that really goes to show that the shelter really is a positive, happy place where happy happens.
Absolutely. Yeah. Last minute here, who do we need to thank, Stuart?
Gosh, we need to thank everyone. We have lots of wonderful volunteers who give their time tremendously. This year, we're doing tremendously well on dog walking. And we've got something like a 29% increase in the number of dog walks this year compared to last year. And that's thanks to a brilliant team of volunteers we have on dog walking. But we also have volunteers doing all sorts of things with cats, with rabbits, across the whole thing. So, you know, thank you to our volunteers, to those who support us financially, and to, you know, people like you who help us show some, you know, animals that need.
I'm going to say thank you to you both, and also thank you to Miss Belle. And Miss Belle, I love you dearly, and I have to say this is all love. I don't ever want to see you again. So there we go. You two, I do want to see you again because you have a gala coming up. So I'll see you in a couple
October 25th.
October 25th. I'll see you probably in September to talk about that. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right, Tacoma Urban League will be in the house. And just a few quick shakes of musical chairs. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.